That's a Shame is brought to you by the people who support us over at patreon.com/shamecity.
If you have $1,
$2.
$1 to spare, join us again at patreon.com/shamecity. Please.
Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities.
Hello and welcome to episode 139 of your favourite podcast that has riddles. That's a shame.
Absolutely.
I am Declan, formerly Riddle Master,
Yep.
but now
You're
Riddlee.
in the riddle dark.
I'm absolutely blindfolded by this riddle.
Yeah, absolutely.
It
you are.
is a riddle which has sought, through no fault of yours
Yep.
or many of the participants, but indeed through the Riddler himself, to actually obscure itself behind so many lies, so many falsehoods,
Yeah.
So many-
Misunderstandings.
so many late messages, so much washing up.
A real problem.
That honestly, to think that there even is an answer at the end of this sordid rainbow
Yeah.
is beyond my comprehension.
And yet, we shall be. This is a tacit,
Sorry,
ironclad
who are
promise, Isaac says.
Okay,
now,
cool.
getting to that solution today, we'll be putting to bed one of the most epic sagas in not only our personal histories,
The
but
Western canon.
absolute further canon full stop.
Okay, wow.
Canon full stop. Before we dive back in, though, and I mean, if you didn't listen to the last episode, then I'm not here to help you.
No.
Go and do that.
Last
because
time-
it will make no sense.
Like last time at the start, there was a bit of like ready, steady, cook chat.
God, yeah.
There was something about a father electrocuting rod that you had at the Science Museum.
Yes, still have.
Oh, I see. And you know, there was a little bit in the middle about, but none of that.
Yeah, none of
none
that.
of
We're
that
going
bullshit today.
straight-
We're having a little email, and then we're going in. And if
Because-
you don't like it, go fuck
The wrong
yourself.
pod for you, pal.
Yeah.
It's just the wrong pod. We've had quite some feedback about episode 138, the garage riddle. All of it positive in a way.
In its own sense.
own sense, exactly.
I made a big claim
Uh-huh.
at the end of last episode that it would be a favourite
Yeah.
of everyone's premiere
Yeah.
emailer / former guest now,
And / curmudgeonly uncle figure.
Toby
A
Marstone's
cumuncle,
King.
if you will.
I won't.
Toby the cumuncle king.
Okay, you can talk to
He's
him about that one.
been in touch with an email titled thus, "On it being up my street."
That's what
which
I said.
is
Right
what
up
you
his
said.
street. Yeah.
No salutation this week for Toby. Normally a man who, I believe Noah, friend of the show, called him a new breed of British. Very refreshing was his review, which I took to mean Toby is a much more, genteel figure
Yes.
than you and I. Not saying that we don't have that in us. But it's not necessarily our default.
No, it's not our way of doing things.
Absolutely. Toby foregoing even the most basic of manners because
the most
he's so
basic of hello.
desperate to...
To get the praise out.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking. This episode was not, all caps, up my street, you cretinous little boglins. I've changed that from goblins. That's just how I prefer to say that word.
Yeah.
Why do I even listen to this show? I don't like either of you enough to put myself through this week after week. I listened to you read an entire chat log. It was only half of it. You silly boy. Which, A, was just gibberish nonsense and a repetition, so you couldn't understand it anyway. To which I would say, this is what people said about Godot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And B, had Declan doing a stupid voice that made it even harder to work out what was happening. I like the implication that I wasn't doing any voices. Those are just part of me.
I think it's the robot
Specifically the
voice,
robo voice.
where it kind of does away with the very idea of cadence.
Yeah, obscures
It
some of the meaning.
Yeah, but all I can say is that there is no meaning to be obscured.
Very
You
true.
are getting the words as meaningfully as anyone could.
A series of questions here. Why did you read this all out? Why didn't you condense it? What's wrong with you two? What's wrong with me for listening? So if we want to address them all in order.
I think we've just focused on the last one. What's wrong with Toby?
Yeah, and that's obviously, it's not a service that we're
No.
legally allowed to provide.
And also, we wouldn't want to tread the waters that could end up in some real potential ableism.
Yeah.
Because that's not what's wrong with Toby.
No, absolutely not. What's wrong with him is that
he is an idiot and he listens to our show even though he doesn't like us.
Oh, but I know, I can picture it now. Toby's earbuds just ringing out like when you bounce a rubber ball off the wall of a wind tunnel. It's just like boom, 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 boom. That's our audio reverberating down those flesh canals into the brain. And he's converting those vibrations to semantic meaning, yes, but more than that, he is enjoying it profoundly because he needs to know, he wants to know what Quadraxis is on about.
That's interesting because I picture Toby listening to this and spitting on the bus.
I didn't say he wasn't spitting.
Just spitting with real anger.
Well, who doesn't enjoy a good angry spit, though?
While you're listening to the pod on public transport.
Absolutely. Keep those lips lubricated, I say. Spit ahoy.
Not just the lips, the windows, your
teeth.
fellow passengers.
Very moist. Lovely. So we're going to... Toby ends with a little more, but it's going to be relevant when we get to what he sent us. He sent us kindly some content, maybe as a suggestion for an alternative, but we shall be ignoring it this week.
You naive little boy.
I guess all that remains is to jump back onto the Riddle train. The Riddle train is leaving the station.
You're all on board.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be a momentous occasion. I don't want to put too fine a point on it, but I happen to know from a few different listeners that they have been on tenterhooks, chomping at the bit.
Friend of the show, Joe Dange.
Yep.
Absolutely fitting last week when he found out that he wasn't going to hear the answer in that episode.
People have said this wait was longer than...
waiting for series 3 of Twin Peaks.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Over
And
a decade.
that was 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Easily. And I still haven't seen it.
Yeah. So, and you need to fucking
So my
get on
wait
that.
continues.
For me personally, this is like the culmination of 2 years at least of
Yeah,
of
well, you've been teased obviously for quite some time with this knowledge. And how do you feel? Obviously, we debriefed after the show, and you seem to have some great theories as to where it's going. You feel like you know Quadraxis, having portrayed him so excellently for so long now.
I feel like I know Quadraxis, but at the same time, I feel as though that is why I have no idea where the answer could possibly come from.
Okay.
Because the only thing that I know is that it will contravene at least 70% of his own evidence. That's my guess. I don't know what the answer is, but it will definitely be something that he's already said no to.
Absolutely correct. As far as I recall. I mean, it's an interesting concept. We talked about it before. This idea of like trusting the Riddle Master and of them having your best interests at heart. But even more than that, can the Riddle Master trust themselves is a question that you rarely are forced to engage with. The idea of like an unreliable narrator who's also...
An unreliable riddler.
Yeah, setting the parameters for your entire engagement in this act.
Who will riddle the riddlers?
Exactly that. And that's the question that the Garage Riddle asks that other mediums have been too afraid to even confront.
Yes.
Before we dive back in, let's recap very briefly what we know so far, what's been going on, some of the cast of characters, and I think importantly the voices that we've been using, because don't remember many of them myself. I feel they were all much of a muchness, and I really want to make sure we're distinguishing the characters as we move on.
I think it should behove the listener to consider when we do this little condensed recap that this is a recap of an hour's worth of read content.
Yeah.
Probably somewhere in the vein of 2.5 hours, 3 hours of real-time content for Isaac, including the bits that he's had to edit out.
Yeah.
And just consider that when we have recounted the volume of evidence that has been
So what you're saying
classified.
is there's a kind of stark contrast between how long we've spent and
what
how
you found
little
out.
we know. Which is bordering on nothing, in fact, which is
Well,
is the
less
littlest amount you can know, is nothing, is the zero knowledge. So after all this, we've been back and forth with Quadraxis, whose original riddle was, why do I sometimes go backwards out of my garage?
Why do I make a point?
Oh yeah, make a point. And why do I believe that anyone would do so in my shoes? That proved to be useful. Let's just skip straight to that. After a lot of toing and froing, we find out that the shoes are the thing, or at least an element of the thing.
Is that Shakespeare?
It's not. He was a
the
lazy
shoes
man
are the thing.
and never came up with anything quite as interesting as that. Basically, we latched onto this idea. He also hints at this very oblique statement that he made, which was like, find out why I said I'm not sure, or something like that. And then that became about 45 minutes of investigation, only for us to end on the idea, the restatement from Pow Wow Wow. Was it, yes, there was an answer, but the answer was no, that you were responding to, with this enigmatic, oh, look, this must be a clue. And he's like, there you go, that one. Which doesn't obviously help us.
It doesn't relate to anything, even though he's certain that it does. We have as well the fact that it took maybe 15 pages of back and forth to determine that by leave his garage, he means go from the garage into his house, not out of the garage off the property, from the garage into his house. He makes a point of doing that backwards, not 100% of the time, 95% of the time, and believes anyone would do so in his shoes, which have become to be known as backward shoes.
Yes.
There do exist forward shoes.
Unknown how many pairs, unknown the parameters upon which one decides if it's a forward or backwards pair.
Yeah, he's not entirely sure at what point he could determine whether or not.
It seems to become a kind of spiritual thing where you just sense the energy of the shoes and you're like, oh, forward shoes. Like when the Jedi have to go and get a Kyber crystal.
Yeah.
Don't know why I know any of that.
Don't know why you do either. But well done.
Thanks. Means a lot.
There's also this idea of the raised ledge, which he says is irrelevant.
Yeah.
That there's a little ledge going in across the threshold that he says has nothing to do with it. He says that the shape of the garage, whether the door opens in or out, all of this is irrelevant.
Yeah, he has a very clear idea of what is irrelevant, and it turns out to be almost everything. In fact, even more than he thinks. Let's dive into the characters.
The dramatis persona
is portrayed by Declan Delane in tonight's performance.
He is our anti-hero.
Yeah, I'd say so. And what voice have we got going for him?
Well, he speaks like a text-to-speech robo.
Yeah, and just talk me through the decision there.
Well, because he's an enigmatic figure. We said last week he's the everyman, but in a bad way. He's a man seemingly...
An everyman.
Yeah.
That's what we'll come to know that as.
He seemingly has no conception of language, riddle, timing. He can't use the chat function.
No, despite it being explained to him on multiple occasions.
And therefore, I see him as very much the blankest of canvases and almost robotic. A bit like me trying to talk to the Google Home.
Yes.
It actively resists, and as does Quadraxis, and that's why I've chosen that voice.
Then your secondary character, a really good performance as well, is Cerity.
Well, after your notes.
Yeah, well, I as a director, I like to cut to the core of where the actor is.
And you really steered me away from the fuck up.
Yeah, from the big fuck up iceberg back towards the Bering Straits of performance of Olivier-esque.
Wow.
Just really capturing what it means to be Cerity in 2017.
Cerity is a kind of no-nonsense lady, we assume.
Yeah. She's barrister-esque.
She and Isaac are flirting.
We're engaged in a kind of ASL mid to late Habbo Hotel era fuck chat.
They're having a kind of Omegle on the side.
None of that's true.
I don't believe a word. Cerity.
I miss Habbo Hotel.
Cerity kind of encourages. Quadraxis in the early stages to tell the riddle.
Well, yeah, she was the original.
Despite the fact that she then goes on to say that she hates these sorts of puzzles, but she is quite good at them. Forensic.
Yeah, she's a complex
like
figure.
A sort of attorney. She's like very good at going through the evidence. She's often going back and quoting sections of text. She is in love with Isaac.
Well,
and that's just
that
it,
probably
really.
goes without saying for most of the chat, because when the mentalist's in town, I mean the charisma, the textual charisma,
and that would be you, the mentalist,
the charts, that's
snowflake.
I'll be doing my voice for that. You'll recognise it from 138 other episodes, and probably more, more than that. Another character I portray is Pow wow wow. I believe I gave him a kind of West
Country accent, yeah.
Was it yes, there was an answer, but the answer was no, Mr. Frodo?
That's the
I can't carry it, Mr. Frodo.
Now,
that sort of vibe.
There are some other characters who come in and out.
Yeah, we had a guy called Twice Double. I think he's gone. He was like a northern guy, so that accent's freed up to be used for another.
Yeah.
We've got Addie, I think is what they're referred to, who we've given this kind of snooty voice to. She's a moderator of the chat, and she's a little bit wearing on the old patience.
Every now and then we get a small cameo from Imola.
Small, but palpably upsetting.
From Imola, who has a kind of... If a big slug could talk,
and
that's the vibe. Oh, can they?
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
You get close enough to hear that.
But looking forward, I don't see much of them coming back, but maybe they're just saving that.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh, no, I've just seen.
Okay. Before we dive in, and sorry for the preamble, we're just getting you back in the vibe, because I know a week has passed, you've been living your lives, you've been going to work, probably to the office, you've been on that grind, making that bread, them fat stacks, and now you need to get back into the zone with us. If you guys were all here in the room, I'd have us all join hands, of course.
Yeah, obviously.
We'd light a candle. I'll be playing, I'll be honest, Mumbai theme tune by A.R. Rahman.
Okay.
Really get you into the mood. It's got some relaxing bell. And we'd be doing a quick chanting exercise to just centre ourselves in the space. Really get into the headspace necessary to enjoy and to experience what we have to offer. I leave you only with this reminder that in what you're about to hear, there are two revelations. It's a 1-2 punch in many ways. And for me, when Quadraxis reveals something he doesn't know how to do, it was a special moment for me. And I hope that some of that translates to you, because it's not every day that you come across someone quite as special as Quad.
Incredible. So we return to the action on page 47.
Yeah.
As Pow Wow Wow and Quadraxis finally get to the heart of this mysterious back reference that Quadraxis has made.
That he believes is central to understanding his mind.
So someone asked a question.
Yeah.
He perhaps gave an answer.
Yeah, and then he said something.
Then someone came back and said, yes, there was an answer, but the answer was no, in reference to that. And Quadraxis went, oh, are you sure?
Yeah.
And finally, after 20 pages, we figured out what that was. We still don't know
what it means. And I don't, spoiler, think that's ever resolved.
Fantastic.
Was it, yes, there was an answer, but the answer was no?
There you go, that one.
Which one? Ooh.
825. That's why I asked if it had to do with footprints. Are you sure we're solving a mystery?
I've played so much fucking World of Warcraft today. Okay, I shouldn't have reactivated my account. If that helps us, I have no fucking idea how. What was yes, there was an answer, and the answer was no referring to?
Lol. It doesn't have to do with the mystery, but either.
Oh.
I think he means we've already solved it. No, you haven't. What else is in there?
Thinking emoji.
We're solving a...
mystery! Shut up, Cerity.
Ask that. There we go. Addy, shut up. This is relevant, lol. Yeah.
Ah!
Well...
Shigu pops in to say... What voice should I do? Shigu. Is the answer to this question a pun or otherwise clever wordplay? Okay.
Addy, shut up is relay no.
Has something to do with me telling Addy to fuck off.
It isn't, yeah.
Huh?
Oh, which means Addy said something smart. Probably by accident. Check it out.
Sick burn.
Quadraxis in.
What is he like?
So now we need to look at what Addy said.
Quadraxis, does it have to do with the shoes being new or old? Ooh.
I get brand new shoes every day. I got brand new shoes today. Sorry.
It's a quote.
Close. That's the only thing Addy said at all in that 10-minute block. Not necessarily old or new. Yeah, that's it.
I did actually get brand new shoes. Used, unused then? I don't know. Is it to do with something that is indirectly impacted by the age of the shoes?
Addy, fuck off! But it mostly applies to new ones, yes.
Nice! Oh.
Who wants to watch a movie with me?
All caps from Imola.
Used and unused. Do you frequently purchase new shoes?
Is it to do with friction?
My sole pair of forwards. I'm assuming that refers to forward shoes that he can use to go for the 5% of the time into the house. Do you just like to fucking moonwalk?
Are used shoes forwards or backwards pairs? Sole pair, picking up on soul being spelt S-O-L-E rather than my soul solitary pair.
Wow. I really think that you were on a different level.
Look, you can never tell what he's up to.
I only have one pair I wear on a day-to-day basis. Is moonwalking or any other special form of movement involved, lol, including sliding?
Imagine if the answer was sliding.
Yes, I slide. Yes, I slide into the house. That's how I do it. Well done, riddle done. Actually.
Had to come flex on these broke motherfuckers with a new profile pic. 1 like is 1 pray, 1 pepe, 10 praise. Is it socks? Is the friction of your F soles different to the B soles?
He said he doesn't leave the house without shoes. I do kind of moonwalk out of the garage, but it's irrelevant.
What? So you use old shoes to slide in, lol? Lamau?
Lol. Okay.
How could that ever be irrelevant?
I don't even know what the mystery is.
I'm the mystery.
Okay. Are your forward shoes really old?
This is the dumbest riddle of all time. Fuck, why do I want to know so bad?
That's me. Yeah. Okay.
Is the friction of your F soles different to the B soles?
Eileen, I was going to watch the new Jungle Book movie on Netflix.
This is you as well.
Hi, mentalist.
Want to move to sideboard with the puzzle then? Sideboard is a channel, another channel in the Discord.
I also left a hint when I left. If you went and purchased any brand new pair of shoes today, they would be backwards shoes.
Hi, pal.
The only reason.
How I feel about Quad RN, and that linked to some very troubling anime clip called You Are Simply Too Much.
Oh, dear. No. The only thing. Mentalist, I love you like I love Quadraxis.
Nah, I just woke up and I'm feeling a bit off. I'm not sure if that's a compliment or not. G-O-N is the person that said that.
Like a close relative, perhaps a son. Quadraxis, is water or another slippery substance involved?
As he's driving us to insanity with shoes.
Oh, okay. Forward shoes are shoes I wear normally, no.
Just pause for a second. So he wears forward shoes normally, and yet 95% of the time
he goes backwards.
So
he gets into the garage, changes into backward shoes, and then goes into the house.
Only to change immediately back into forward shoes to maintain the equilibrium.
Cerity then quotes Quadraxis when he left, because he said he left a hint when he left for a minute. Quadraxis, I'm a mature young adult and must wash the dishes. I'll be waiting for you.
Is it 11 p.m? Yes, I just woke up.
Forward shoes are your normal shoes.
What?
Backward shoes are ones I almost never use.
If you wear forward shoes normally, glad to see that past me had this question as well. Why are 95% of your entrances backwards?
Yes.
Why don't you just Google it?
They are.
That's not helpful, is it?
You said you exit backwards 95% of the time.
I shouldn't ever take naps.
Where everybody shut up. Indeed.
Do you fucking... Hang on.
I can solve this puzzle first try. What is it, Quad? I love God. He's a
God of numbers.
He's got real fucking balls.
Yeah. Do you wear shoes specifically for the garage?
The other 5% I exit out of the garage. Do you remove your shoes before exiting the garage? Actually, yes and yes.
Is it socks?
Is this to avoid tracking anything into the house? No.
What the heck? Is it socks? Wait.
No.
Is it socks?
It's not socks. Is it to avoid your socks/feet touching anything related to your shoes?
No, wait.
Nope.
Is it socks?
Do you remove your shoes on forward days? No. What?
Guys, wait. Is it socks?
Oh, fucking
We need a
Addy.
separate channel for this. I am socks.
If you're wearing... Eileen's got problems. If you're wearing forward shoes, do you remove them when you enter the house?
Hashtag mad shoe questions. That's a channel name I was suggesting. In before mute Addy for spam. I think it might be socks.
I never go in the garage with my forward shoes, actually.
Quad, I'm fucking dead. Lol.
I only leave.
This is a good line.
I don't even know who it is or
No,
what
neither do I.
voice. But Obi says we are all socks on this blessed day.
Lol again.
Out of the garage. So you change shoes in the garage?
Guys, I know the answer. Is it socks?
Out of the car with my forward shoes, okay. Let's go to hashtag sideboard.
Yes, do that. Yes, please. Fuck off, Addy.
Shall we take this to sideboard, K?
No, I've just asked for riddles and trivia to go there several times, so...
Wow, I hope she fucks off.
Dot. Chat jumps to sideboard channel.
Does she come back?
I can't recall.
Oh, please no.
Shoes is how I opened the channel.
Okay, so, hello.
I need to know. I need to know too.
To restate, I'm a young adult.
Why is that what he opens with?
know.
It's nearly 5 a.m.
Which means he gets taxied around by his parents or someone. I have to wash the dishes. A. Do you enter the garage with backwards shoes on? What else do you think I do? No.
Garbage.
Mow the lawn?
You have to take out the trash, which is... in the garage?
There we go, garbage and recycling.
You're carrying bin bags? Oh, shit.
Are your forward shoes slippers? No, that's not the reason.
Oh, shit.
No, I said regular basis.
You can't turn your back on the garbage men because they know too much.
Are you returning the bins into the garage / pulling them into the house? Do you think I wear slippers?
Yes. Is it socks?
Oh, fuck off. You cunt.
It's your line.
I'm just staring at... I have
No.
fatigue. I'm on 7. Just hoping that she falls into a bin. It's not fucking socks. No, I exit the door to the house backwards. He already eliminated that. Also, most of the time. We already established you weren't carrying anything.
You are carrying bin bags, so you walk backwards. I don't know. Oh.
And you wouldn't empty the garbage daily.
But I still don't see why the backwardness is shoe-based rather than, say, bin-based.
I don't take out the trash.
Oh.
Most of the timeline, but...
Sweeping?
But... Okay, so you never wear shoes when entering the garage, right? Let's say 99.9% of the time.
Wait, guys. Are the backward shoes related to cleaning or sanitation of some kind? Is it socks? Banned.
I put the garbage and recycling in their perspective bins. Yeah.
The perspective
Bin. Are you wearing bags or covers on your shoes? For entering without shoes? Nope. Garbage leaks? No. Nah, nothing to do with tracking anything into the house. Okay, real quicksies. It has nothing to do with carrying the bins for recycling. Then why
He led us down this
why
garden
did he
path
say,
for
what else
4
do I
pages.
do? And when someone said the garbage, he
There
goes,
you
yes,
go.
there
Yep.
you go.
Oh, dear.
When I say enter the garage, do you mean from inside the house? Because it also happens with the garbage. Because enter the garage may include from the outside house. Yes. Sarati, with a plea from all of us, please be specific. Inside the house. Because we don't want conflicting information. Wow.
It's a bit late for
Bold
that,
on page
Sarati.
66. You are so close. If you leave the house on your own, brackets no car, do you wear backwards shoes?
Question mark.
No, I use the shoes I normally wear.
What if it's a onesie with built-in shoes like the ones losers wear?
My forward shoes, no. When you say normally wear, do you mean inside the house as well? No.
Ooh, who wears shoes inside?
I don't wear shoes inside. Yeah.
So, I haven't talked for ages because I think at this point I was like
Crying.
on the verge
Just
of
weeping.
just giving up on everything. So, have we established that F shoes are worn the majority of the time because he usually doesn't deal with the garage? B shoes are exclusively garage wear?
Yeah. So, you are very close, and I told you. Oh, so you exit your house a different way with forward shoes. This has to do with chores.
So something about backward shoes mean that they and only they suit the garage, and that something has to do with activities that exist. Oh no, and that something has to do with activities that exist as a young adult who does chores. This is making me want to close the Discord forever. Lol. So, but it isn't because you're carrying bags. Sweeping?
Yeah, out the front door, no.
Vacuum?
No. So, okay, I told you. We all
know garages are for killing your husband. I got it! Which chores require specific shoes, guys? I got it!
What?
Pressure washing.
What?
You walk out backwards when walking the dog.
Why? Wow.
Where have you got that
from? It has nothing to do with any of the evidence. And I know the answer won't, but it still doesn't excuse you for having such a mad idea. Why would he walk into the house backwards with a dragging the dog?
Over his shoulder.
Yeah. Nope.
Lol. Fuck. Rip. Ha! Is it socks?
I told you.
Dumbass.
So, okay, let me check this, Quad.
Is it socks, though? Yes, let's recap. Hashtag not all socks.
It has to do with putting or taking out the garage or recycling.
Oh, you want to commit Sudoku
He just said
right
that
now?
It has nothing to do with that. He just said it has nothing to do with this.
Oh, you want to commit Sudoku right now? Not going to lie.
In their respective bins.
So now there's a formula, quite a complicated one.
80% of the time, forward shoes leave house front door. 20% of the time go through the garage. 95% of the 20%, 19% of the time you wear backward shoes. 5% of the 20%, 1% of the time you wear forward shoes. It's a simple explanation. Is that correct?
Is it? Guys, why don't you just take your feet off like everyone else? Because you're carrying bags?
Stats don't matter.
He said it's to do with the shoes, not the carrying.
And no. Specific numbers don't matter. Because I just feel tricked, Lamau. The garbage bag goes in the garbage.
Some helpful life advice from Quad.
I think that was Confucius.
Pretty big tip.
Because I assumed all entry-exiting was through the garage. And then I leave backwards. When it's actually not that common.
There's no way I'm not jumping straight into the Thames after I found out the answer to this. I think it sucks. I feel like I'm going to find out and want to die even more.
LOL.
I think that was a good trick, though, to be fair.
What trick?
We latched onto percentages without considering how often the events occurred. The answer to all of these is always moronic.
Are you busy trying to open a new garbage bag and can't open it forwards because there's a door in the way? No.
Garbage bin is... Oh!
There's only one garbage bag.
Garbage bin is right inside the garage. I don't know.
I put it in the bin. No. It's in there for... Oh, yeah.
Another illuminating section of Quadalogue.
So, hang on. So it was Powwow Wow's theory that he opens the door into the garage, chucks it into the bin and just steps backwards
I think
in.
So.
That's pretty good.
It's a good theory.
That's probably it.
Yeah. Does something about the backward shoes directly impact your ability to carry out this chore?
It's in there.
Okay, so walk in.
I'm assuming it's a put bag in bin, which is in garage 90% of the time. Wheel it out to the curb for pickup.
Place bag in bin.
Situation.
Walk backwards.
Yeah, pretty much. So his forward shoes are the ones he wheels the bins out in because those are his outside shoes.
Does something about, I'm quoting myself, about the backward shoes directly impact your ability to carry out this chore? I quite like this input. What if he's wearing Heelys?
In case of recycling, I put the contents of the bin.
Those are sick. Don't diss Heelys.
Is that an accurate statement in regards to forward shoes, Quad? In the bag or dumpster?
In Grey's Anatomy, no lie, there's a doctor, a surgeon who wears Heelys.
No.
Yes, you've told me this. I like the idea that factoid has come up so many times. I have, like twice, I think. I'm asking again, because I'm not sure if it's been answered. Does something about the backward shoes directly impact your ability to carry out this chore?
I wheel out the bins with my garage shoes. Not really. Garage shoes equals backward shoes? It's just easier, yeah.
Wait, I have the answer. I got it.
Socks. What?
In before socks. I figured it out. Socks. This has become so convoluted.
Your ideas suck, Addy. Cerity absolutely gunning her
She
down.
dunked on her, straight up.
Lamau. At Ned, that's what a lateral thinking puzzle is, Lamau.
Here's a big lie from Quad.
It's honestly a simple reason.
If we just said, I'm trying to cut to the core now. If we just said the answer was shoes, what would your response be?
No. Yeah.
And then there's a new character called Magpie I've never heard from before.
Yes.
Nice. But is it shoe based?
Yes.
That equivocation, let's talk about shoes for 3 hours, and then is it shoe based?
Well, maybe.
It's hard to say.
Maybe. I've given you copious information, conflicting every
all
last
of it
bit
about shoes. It's honestly simple. Being moronic, puns are dumb.
We already established it was, yes?
For frick's sake. I think the answer is he's standing on a giant
I like your
ice
portrayal
cube.
of Powwow as genuinely on the brink.
Yeah, I think
this
he's
one.
this is it. This day decides the rest of his life.
You said the reason you go backwards was tied to the physical properties of the shoes. Ha 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 ha.
And then the assassin stabs everyone with a shard of ice that melts away in the sauna.
Yeah.
I think he stands on a pair of tortoises and they carry him whilst juggling gold bricks across a rope bridge.
That it's not my regular ones. So you go forwards on your old ass, probably no longer non-slip shoes.
Stunking
Oh wait,
on everyone.
it's still okay.
Oh dear.
That are your regular shoes. Let me give you a hint. And you go backwards on your fancy new, probably non-slip shoes. I do this chore regularly. I want to save some time. So your old shoes, you can slip on and off, and going out backwards helps. Easily. And for your new shoes, you need to untie them, Velcro, etc., or your old shoes are broken in and you can just slip them on and off.
I've lost sight of the extent to which shoes are related.
Even though not all garage shoes are open-toed.
Which is confusing me.
And your new ones you need to squeeze into.
Same. Maybe he doesn't have a garage and he's just insane.
They all slip out.
Lol.
He stated explicitly that backwards/forwards is related to the physical properties of the shoes.
Yep. Yeah, like whether or not they slide on easy. The concept of backwards shoes is dumb as fuck.
Because I don't wear them properly. So we have to figure out what the physical property of the backward shoes are that makes them explicitly different from forward shoes.
Which is something I tried to do 50 pages ago.
Is it just that he's standing on the backs of the shoes?
We'll find out.
I'll be so cross. So we have to figure out what the physical property of the backward shoes are that makes them explicitly different from the forward shoes, other than being old. Because I'm lazy.
You step down on the backs of them so you don't lace them.
Yeah.
Which...
I don't know.
Read that bombshell. Page 80 of 94. And it is revealed after 4 hours of shoe chat. The following. Give the listeners what they need. Give them the line.
I don't know how to tie shoes.
Fuck me. Fuck me. This is a man now, he'll be 21, 22, who at the age of 19 doesn't know how to tie shoes and has allowed a group of strangers to invest 5 hours of their time in the frankly bottoming out stock option, which is his dumb as fuck.
It's not
bullshit
a riddle.
Shoe riddle.
It's not a riddle.
And he doesn't know.
A riddle. He doesn't know how to tie shoes. That, to be fair, I worked with someone a couple months ago who didn't know that you were supposed to tie shoes.
What?
They pointed at my shoes and asked, "What are those bows?"
What were they wearing?
They just were in their shoes with the laces tucked in.
No,
Yep.
That's mad.
What are those bows?
What are those bows all
I
about?
fucking wet myself. I was so...
Well, you're working with Quadraxis.
There he
Congrats. Don't let him engage you in a single second of chat.
I don't know how to tie shoes.
No. What?
I step on the backs of them. Well, they have Velcro shoes for that.
No.
What? Okay. On the forwards ones or the backwards ones or both?
I'm crying. Are you for real?
Why would exiting backwards...
I'm delirious with tiredness.
Save time.
Socks?
Tell me, Joe. You already established that the little lip...
Joe?
You already established that the little lip isn't relevant. No, it isn't.
I'm about to commit seppuku. Just changes.
So it can be you're pulling your shoes off as you walk backwards through the door. Think into the future.
What's that hint?
I don't know.
Is it because they'd fall off if you went forward, so you'd lose time having to deal with that / have to learn how to fucking tie a pair of shoes?
But it does mean you can stumble backwards while pulling your shoes off. Yeah, I don't though. Because you can kick them forwards while moving backwards. Slip them off as I go backwards. But you don't with your older shoes.
Agreeing?
I don't
Is
know.
That some new information?
I don't think... His next line's incredible.
Sarah, please solve this. I'm going mad.
The lip is like 5 to 15 centimetres. It isn't that bad. A 15 centimetre lip is another step. Well, by stumble, I don't mean trip or anything. Just the combination removes shoe remove shoe plus continue moving.
I'm just staring at the shoes in my wardrobe.
Because I never exit the garage this way with my regular pair. Also, I think most people in your situation would tie the shoes. Just saying.
Not wrong.
I go out the garage door and into my house.
So is that the whole answer?
From the front door, no.
What are we still solving? Can we just restate the remaining question?
It's such a good question from you, because there is no, like, the entire premise of the riddle is, why do I make a point of doing this? But there is nothing. He doesn't make a point of doing
anything in his entire life.
No, there is nothing.
There is no point to Quadraxis.
And like, he steps on the back of his shoes, okay, but to what
sometimes
end? Like,
to do the bins, sometimes not.
But that's 95% of the time that he comes in through the garage.
Oh dear. The room, the like level design is just collapsing in on itself.
I love that his next line is, "You are so close." Like, to what? To what? How can they be close? How can they be close? Because they're not anywhere and there is no answer.
Very true. Although those two things are quite conceptually
I suppose so, yeah.
They're both just the void. I don't see what's left to say. Is it 350?
Okay. The reason involves one of my chores. Fuck off! This is the bit in Danganronpa /PW/Hotel Dusk at the end of the chapter where the protagonist restates everything they've learned, putting the original Danganronpa is overhyped.
Bins out.
It's not amazing, yeah.
Didn't we establish it was bins?
Yeah, actually you established that it's not bins, and then he insisted that it was bins.
Okay, good. So we're now looking for... Can I kill the server now?
I also said I leave backwards to save time, but why?
Please, violence is not the answer. Please do.
And how?
What specifically is it about putting the bins out that means you have to wear a certain pair of shoes, and why does wearing those shoes mean that it saves you time to go backwards? The question mark. That's me restating what I think the question might still be. My life will improve like 800%.
Because they aren't used and slip on.
I don't know what it means.
It would save time to go backwards if you could more easily take them off, but I would think old shoes slip on or off better than new shoes.
Addy, please delete server. Just give out the fucking answer, good golly, we all know it's socks.
Look into the future.
Or permaban me at least.
With saving time.
All I can see in the future is drowning myself out of going mad about shoes.
Why would exiting backwards... Okay, let's see, there's also the next time you wear them. Help me next time.
So you can leave them in place for next time?
I already asked that like an hour ago, though.
Stepping out of them like some horrid ghost leaving a body?
Reiterate. If there was anything he had to return to its original position when he was leaving, and he said no.
Is the time-saving measure to do with leaving the shoes in a certain place for next time?
Yeah.
Cerity now quoting.
From 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago. Do you have to move something back into position as you are exiting the room that will be disturbed by the process of leaving the room besides the door? Oh, not quite, no. Wait, let me think. That could be right. Oh, actually.
Shit. Socks.
No.
Okay. So is the time-saving measure just leaving the shoes at the door for next time so you can put them on forwards? Here we are. We've reached it.
Yeah. The full solution.
The idea of there being a full solution to
The
this.
full solution is I do chores, I exit the garage backwards. Addie flips her shit. So next time I can put them on forwards. At twice double.
Thank fuck.
It's totally rational, isn't it?
Can me and Cerity please get medals? I want to die. And Ned.
Sure, get a flare. So, for the entire solution, included the bit about forward shoes. Shoe solver extraordinaires, yeah, basically.
You two do deserve a roll for that. This has genuinely been one of the oddest experiences of my internet life. I feel sick. Yeah, holy shit, with tiredness and delirium.
That roll.
How? And crying about shoes. Bizarre. Maybe I didn't go that far.
Shoe solver extraordinaire.
I don't think I'll ever be able to go backwards again.
Welcome to the everyday life of Patrick Jane. Flare them that. Forward shoes.
Give these heroes a special roll, please. The hell is going on? No.
Shoe solver extraordinaire.
They finally said that so many
times.
They finally solved it.
This one. The solution isn't complete until you solve for the last 5% too.
I'm so glad I don't have a garage.
Of why you don't do it.
Because I would be firebombing it to the ground as we speak. Addie ruins everything, part 16, anarchy. What's the answer?
Huh.
He said it above. That's so dumb. Just scroll.
Because when I do chores,
That's the point.
I leave backwards so I can put my shoes forward next time. Perfectly rational and reasonable. You guys got sidetracked though.
Why would you-
guys got sidetracked though? What
a big
fucking
claim.
prick.
Why would you leave backwards? No, don't start it again.
Back up to the... If I were to give an early hint,
Only pain.
because so when he leaves backwards, his shoes are facing towards the garage.
Fucking don't get back into it, PIs.
So next time he enters the garage, my shoes would be facing. He just steps into his shoes. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I don't want to know. I will actually have to commit suicide if we have to go through this again.
This tends to happen with lateral thinking puzzles.
Can we all not talk about it for like a month and then Quad just asks again in general and we get to watch other people going mad?
Which is why I hate them, Lamau. Also, I have more.
Oh, God. No. I'm excited. No. But I must sleep.
Just randomly whisper shoes when Addie is on VC.
Thanks for the fun, gang.
And socks. I'll give it to you tomorrow.
But yeah, I'd like to see another one. Ping me if you do more.
Maybe later.
I'm never on VC, voice chat.
This was fun in a frustrating kind of way.
It was fun, but the kind of fun I can't safely repeat for 6 to 8 months minimum. Hashtag shoe solvers for life.
I love you guys.
Heart emoji. The end. So there you have it. One of the greatest tales, I think you'll agree, of all time. It's a tale of chaos and a tale of a disordered mind and the ramifications that can have on not only the individual's own mad life choices, but on the way in which they inflict themselves on others.
Doesn't know how to tie shoes.
Yep.
There's so much about that. That could have been... It's not a riddle, first of all. It's not a riddle.
Whoa there. Oh.
It's not a riddle. It's not a lateral thinking puzzle.
It's better.
Why do I specifically do this mundane thing?
And he's got more of them. Don't you worry.
He's got them backed up.
Yeah.
Why do I go to sleep on my left side?
Digestion.
Hey.
Easy then.
No, it's not.
Oh,
But
dear.
then after 4 hours, it turns out it is.
So
That was an exercise purely in obfuscation. Like everything that could have been solved in 10 minutes if he'd answered any of your questions.
Yeah.
And yet he did not.
well, it was a challenge, wasn't it? And that's some of the greatest thinkers of all time. They say it's not the riddle answer that's important. It's the riddle experience, the riddle journey. And that's what I guess Quad took it upon himself to elongate and extend into the most extreme parameters imaginable.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot.
He spun it out over so many pages that I want him dead.
If you figured out the answer before we did and before we got there, well done.
Especially as it was in 2017, so you've done a real skill.
Let us know, and we'll pass you on to MI5, and maybe they can arrest you because you are on the same wavelength as a clear killer.
They just call it the bad length. If your alpha waves they're just a big like triangle.
We got another bad length, boss.
We at this show...
That's what they sound like at MI5.
It certainly is. At That's a Shame, which is the show that you're listening to now, and God bless you for doing so. Thank you for making it through. We accept all kinds of feedback, and I know that you guys will be dribbling out words to send of praise, no doubt, as a result of the saga, the Riddle saga.
I don't like to repeat myself, but this episode, right up Toby Milstone's King Street.
I can only imagine is starting it again right now.
Yeah, and I am looking forward to his apology email for some of the cruel slurs that he heard.
Well, he made an assumption, and those make an ass out of you and me and Toby,
and Toby especially,
which isn't in the word, but it's kind of should be. So yeah, if you want to retract, maybe if you want to listen again at like 0.5 speed, just to really feel these
get the chores angle.
We're all about feedback.
Solver extraordinaire.
We're all about feedback, and here's such a piece from 8 days ago. This is from our Twitter pal Jack, who I was trying to remember how we found him. I've assumed it's him. Let's say them, because I'm not 100% sure.
It was a tweet.
Yeah, it was something very obscure that you searched for on Twitter one
We were thinking about something.
Yeah, and it was like the only other tweet about it in the world.
It was...
And it was a good joke.
It was...
Okay.
Grease.
Yeah. The musical.
But Alex Jones as Kenickie. And I can't remember why.
I think we must have been looking up Kenickie. I look him up every so often because the guy who played Kenickie, he's got a bit odd.
Yeah.
He was on the Russell Brand podcast once about a decade ago, and he took out a knife and started threatening everyone.
Good.
He's tooled up, old Kenickie. He's ready. Still living his character. Here is an email that we received, the inaugural email from this particular friend of the show. Hello, I have listened to your show for a few months now, and against my better judgment, I think it's very good. Not as good as you are on Twitter, but still good. I'm currently working my way through, this is such a good description of the Block Switch project, through your, quote, freaky episodes where you pretended to run away. I mean, it's very accurate.
Well, yeah, that is exactly what we did.
And honestly, it's quite spooky. My favourites so far have been your episodes dealing with poetry, anything involving cups.
There we go.
Or improv, and all of your episodes where you do that thing of being surprisingly and uncharacteristically genuine, which I can't think of any of those myself. I'm sure they exist.
They probably are there. Yeah. It wasn't this one.
Goodness no, the amount of faces we've put on between us for this episode alone.
Christ.
One of your first shows was all drunk and political and in a car, brackets, question mark.
It was, yeah.
Episode 11, maybe?
12, I think.
Sure. And I thought it was great. As someone in equal despair about the world, it would be nice to have more of this from you. Well, Declan's car is a death trap these days. We could go and just sit in it.
I don't think they mean in the car.
Yeah, no, you did.
That's okay. We'll get on down there now.
Straight in the car. Anyway, you need to do an episode about amateur erotica. We're talking Mumsnet writing softcore, horrid world, incredible content, and that's pretty much the two extremes that we find.
Yeah, that's our Venn diagram.
We are the trapeze artists swinging between those two great big support poles. I will do a better job of wommy bombing. If you do a better job of making my Mondays tolerable, and that seems like a fair trade.
Yeah, because we haven't necessarily been out on time for Mondays.
Yeah, well, what can you do? Because it's Monday somewhere.
Nothing, yeah.
Yeah, someday.
Always.
Absolutely. If you'd like to get in touch with the show, and like I say, I just know that you'll be full of glee at the result. There's a euphoria that you get solving a riddle. Oh. And I guess it's at the core
especially
of a lot
one as profound as that.
Yeah, it's what motivates humans to do anything. Like, why did we first leave the water to answer the riddle? What's that great big sand like? And that first little legged fish crawled up and found...
And definitely died. Definitely died within seconds.
Soon as looked at the sand.
It couldn't breathe up there.
Stupid fish. Grow some land gills. lungs.
Why do you think the rest of us are in the sea?
Oh, but he dared to dream, didn't he?
He did.
That second before he died, the dopamine rush. Let me tell you,
he's the first, and no one can take that away from him.
No, not a chance.
Or her.
And why don't you be the first to email in response to this show, tass@shame.city. Let us know what you thought of the riddle, what you think of Quadraxis. Let me know if you'd like me to put you in touch, and I'll do my best to find him and inflict him upon you. Or maybe like those services where you can sign up a friend's mailing address and they'll send like glitter to their door. Maybe we can do that with Quadraxis. We'll like give him a target, like in an envelope, and he'll just go in that direction, offering banal riddles aplenty.
Yeah, I like that.
It's like a distract your enemies kind of vibe.
Good.
We've got a bunch of other ways of getting in touch, haven't we?
We've got loads.
Still?
You can get in touch via the contact form on the website. That's shame.city/contact. You can also find us on Twitter, as indeed Jack did. That's the show is at That's a Shamecast, and I am at DE Delane. Isaac is at Isaac BD.
Yeah.
We've got a bit of a Discord.
Yeah, a little bit of one. Shame.city/Discord. It's the place to be if you're into the Consta chat, the 24/7 word vibes.
If you've got a question for us, any hour of the day, pop it along.
Just ping me. I'll wake up.
We'll give it an answer.
Yeah. I'll put aside any work that I'm doing and get straight on board with a hot answer.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah.
The sexiest of all.
Yeah, it's like Quora vibe.
If you've got $1...
$1 to spare.
And you fancy giving it maybe to someone that you love, think again. And
give it to someone you tolerate.
Give it to us.
Yeah.
We have got loads of extra content on the Patreon
in the
site.
world.
That'll be patreon.com/shamecity. Get over there, have a look, check it out, see if it tickles your fancy.
And if they sign up now, do they have to wait for all that extra content?
It gets unlocked with immediate effect.
Stop.
All of it.
Are you sure?
We're not gating content
That's
once you already
good.
paid to open the gate.
That's very good. So it's a single pay.
Yeah.
Come to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Single pay, insta play.
That's a very good motto, and I'll be forwarding it to Patreon's boss. I don't know his name.
Thank God.
But he is the man who made that poor decision. You may remember.
To change the logo?
Oh, well, that one as well.
Yeah.
In fact, a whole host of poor decisions.
Weird.
We'll leave that where it is. Until episode 140. Is that a milestone, would you say?
I think we'll have to consult the Milestone King. Yeah,
we'll see what he says on that one. And assuming that you're wommy bombing your way around the world, of course, telling a friend.
Well, they're our listeners, of course they are.
You
don't get to number 70 odd in the Congo without people spreading the good word.
Not a prayer. I've been the Mentalist. I've been Powwow Wow. I've been Twice Double. And I've been Magpie. You've been?
I've been Quadraxis. I've been Cerity.
Yeah.
I've been our good friend Imola.
Most of all, Imola.
And I have also, as ever, been Declan.
We'll see you on the flip side. Backwards or forwards, you decide. Keep it real.
Bye, guys.
The bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities, oh Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life. Wherever I wander, wherever I roam, I couldn't be fonder of my big home. The bees are buzzing in the tree to make some honey just for me. The bare necessities of life will come to you. bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities, oh Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life. Wherever I wander, wherever I roam, I couldn't be fonder. My new home. The bees are buzzing in the tree to make some honey just for me. The bare necessities of life will come to you. The bare necessities, the bare necessities, the bare necessities of life will come to